Pastor Paul Chappell presented this session, Trends and Truths, at Spiritual Leadership Conference in June of 2018. This is Part 10, the lack of cross-generational fellowship.
Let's look at a third trend that we're facing today, and that's a trend of what I would call the lack of cross-generational fellowship and counsel. This is something that I see in the ministerial world, and I see it in churches. It is a polarization of certain age groups, and this has always been the case. It's natural because of, people have things in common. They remember a car they used to drive. They remember how things were when Nixon got impeached or Reagan was president. Then you've got folks that weren't even born at that time. One of the things I love about singing the hymns in the church is that it ties together the generations. I love that. I love that my grandchildren can sing the same songs that I sang when I was in church. And I understand there's joy in learning new songs as well, but I'm saying we need to do everything we can to develop a oneness in the church. I have our teenagers a couple times a year visit all the widows in the church. Every year, just going out and talking to them, and sometimes going to a rest home. And I really believe that we need to have an emphasis in our churches of helping one generation to know another generation. We need to help many of you older pastors, instead of getting frustrated at the millennials with certain issues, you need to have them out to your home or have them to your church or have some coffee with them. Because honestly, so many of them are doing a great job, and they may have a few ideas you don't understand. Guess what? You had a few dumb ideas too. I'm thankful that men have been patient with me over my life and just when I was younger, encouraging me along the way. And we need to have that. And so here's the truth. We must encourage younger and older to meet and grow together. Proverbs 27:10, thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of calamity, for better is the neighbor that is near than a brother far off. And we have some activities that try to help us with this. Sometimes we'll have a men's retreat where we'll take 30 or 40 men and we'll go to a conference room or a hotel and have some time of training, and we'll get some of the older and some of the younger together. Sometimes it happens in prayer meetings at the church. My wife has a program called Home, helping our mothers excel, and she has the older ladies teaching the younger ladies. It's an opportunity for mentoring in that way. And I just believe that we need to work at this in our churches and in our pastors' fellowships, just keeping that contact. I'm going to tell you something. Both generations can learn from the other if we have a teachable spirit.
You can view or download this session in its entirety at slconference.com. For more information about Pastor Paul Chappell, visit paulchappell.com.